little bit tonight. We'll see how the night goes. It's been a minute. I'm noticing I'm streaming like once a week lately, if that. I don't do it on purpose, but it just seems to happen that way. So maybe we'll stream again soon, but maybe I'll stream next week. Who knows? So I don't know how it's gonna go tonight. The last stream we had, I'm pretty sure was pretty lit. So hopefully we have another good night. Otherwise, it's gonna be a quick one. So first things first, let's roll the ads, and then we'll get cracking. All right, we're back. Hello, lurkers. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the company, even if you are quiet. Remember when I was like talking and my mic was muted and nobody said anything for 20 minutes? That was fantastic. Um, it's still pretty freaking cold out most of the time. Some days it's nice. It's been up to like 50. But I noticed today, because it was sunny, I was sitting outside and I felt so at peace just sitting in the sunshine looking at a blue sky. It's really mind blowing. It's like no wonder people are miserable when the weather is shit like half the year, you know? That was really life-changing moment for me. It's been happening a lot more lately. Lots more sun, lots more 50-degree days, but still very cold at night, still in the 20s, still suffering winter. Although I can't really call it suffering. I live a very luxurious life compared to many people in the world, and that's not lost on me. I am glad to be inside tonight and every night And I pray for those who don't have the opportunity to do that. Um, what's up, everyone? I haven't done tarot in a while. I've been skipping out on my YouTube videos. I don't think I'm going to be back on YouTube until Aries season. That's just kind of I need a break because my YouTube channel is it lacks, man. I don't know. Of course I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not that good at any of this stuff. I've never been much of a tech kid. I want to care more because it's my work. However, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for one person. So I'm just taking a break from YouTube right now. I might be back with tarot videos come Aries season. I might just give it up. I don't know. Um, I've been thinking about it a lot lately. The streaming and making videos and doing tarot and not doing tarot. Tarot readings are still spot on. I've been doing personal readings and they've been great. Oh, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Finally, a chatter. Thank you to my lurkers for keeping me company. What's up? Y'all make it worth streaming though. I was literally just talking about how I haven't been on YouTube. I don't have as much of a drive for YouTube as I do for Twitch. Twitch is fun. There's people here that I love that I would miss if I didn't stream anymore. I don't have that on YouTube. YouTube feels like I might be wasting my time at this point. It's hard to stop though because it's like, oh, consistency is key, and it's like, yeah, I've been consistently mediocre at this for years. If it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, where did I lose so much hope along this way? I think it's just because after you've been doing it for so long, it's like it is what it is. It's nice I get paid a little bit on here. I don't think that's gonna happen on YouTube, so we'll see how I feel come Aries season. Yeah, it is. I grew twice as fast on Twitch in half the time that I did on YouTube. It's crazy the difference. Like it's so hard. I don't I don't even get how people do it. There's so many readers with huge channels on there and I'm like, "Damn, I must be really doing something wrong." And I think the whole thing is you have to like post every day and beat the algorithm and pay for ads. And I have a hard time doing it. It's like, can I really exploit myself in order to get what I want? Um, and I think it just keeps coming up no. Like I just keep not really wanting to do that. I go back and forth on what I'm trying to attain here because it would be nice if I made more money than I make streaming. I think that's cool. But what's the real goal? It's not like I need much from this. I don't know. It's weird because then I also feel like it helps bring me purpose in life. But lately I haven't been feeling like I needed it. It's just weird. I've just been going back and forth on how I feel about the internet, I guess. I was so present on here for so long and it was just my daily routine and I didn't think much of it and I was doing it but just probably not enough. But lately I've become a lot more disconnected from it and I like don't know where I'm gonna go from here. That's why I'm like giving myself until Aries season to decide if I'm gonna make YouTube videos or not, or even if I'm gonna keep streaming. No, I'm probably always gonna keep streaming. I don't know at what point I'd ever stop streaming because there's just people on here I want to be able to talk to. It was gonna take a lot more for me to stop streaming than it would be for me to stop doing YouTube. It's not like I'm gonna delete my channel; it'll still be there. But I don't know that I ever had the drive. Hey, I don't know if I ever had the drive to actually go, would you say go viral? Like on YouTube. I've never posted a reel before in my life on there. I've never posted videos daily. I just, I don't know if it's really in it for me. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of that's where I've come to be like I don't know if I care or have the drive for the internet stuff as much anymore, especially because I'm not doing as much in real life. Um, COVID definitely set a tone that I'm slowly changing now. And it's been a few years, obviously. Everybody goes through their whatever. I got very used to staying home and being on the internet and doing things all the time. And now I'm trying to do more in real life, but it has nothing to do. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing some personal readings, but um, yeah. I mean, pretty much, maybe even longer than that. But you're right. There were nights without it before we had our smartphones. I bet. Um, yeah. Where's the commune is right. That's very real. Um, it's all just so much. Oh man. I brought my notebook to see if there's anything that I wrote down to talk about. I've been trying to read The Bell Jar. I don't love it so far. I had no idea it was going to be this boring. I know that sounds so mean, R.I.P. Sylvia Plath, but I am not very far in it at all. So I'm going to keep trying. I have to give it back. What day is it? This book is due in like a week. So I have to finish it in a week. And so far it does not have my interest like at all whatsoever. But I'm only on page 26. So we're going to try to finish it this week. I'm not really sure about it though at this point. So let me see. Ooh. Okay. So I wrote some stuff down just to discuss, is what I do sometimes. Um, I crave human connection. I think we all do. I get a lot of human connection. I just don't have much of a capacity for it, right? Like I always want more. Um, so I feel like whenever I'm craving that connection of wanting to talk to someone, or when you can't be with someone that you want to be with, you want to talk to them. And if you can't talk to anyone that you want to talk to, then what do but go to your phone and you scroll? And I feel like we do that because it allows us to feel like we are a part of something and we are a part of a conversation and we're a part of somebody's life and we're having a social interaction even though we're really fucking not. I think people don't realize like how drained they get from social media because they feel like they're socializing and then they don't have any energy to actually socialize. Yeah, that's legit. Um, I don't even know who to bug to become friends a lot of the time. We're friends now. Um, it's hard. And I feel like it's so funny because people get older and they're like, "Oh, it's so hard to make friends or maintain friends." And I'm like, "Is it? I don't think it's that hard. I think that people are using that time in other places. I don't think it's really hard to keep up with your social life as an adult as much as you start utilizing your social time differently. And it's how you're spending it that makes it possible or not possible to have that time. Yeah, yeah. The pieces do fall into place. So that's something I wrote down. The other thing that I wrote down is super radical, very different, very controversial. Really had a moment with this one. Jesus was born of a virgin because he was adopted. And he was adopted by a lesbian, hence why she was perceived as a virgin. And Joseph, being a lot older than her, was actually just her supportive sugar daddy. That's my new theory. I, honestly, I was writing, I was journaling, and I was like opening myself to downloads, And that popped it. Yeah, that popped into my head, and I was like, dude, that's real. That's some real. Wow. Jesus was born a virgin because he was adopted by a lesbian who lived with her sugar daddy. That makes the story make sense. That just to me makes it make sense. So I was thinking about that. So, well, Joseph's the sugar daddy, not Jesus. Jesus was a husband for sure, but like a crazy Aries kind of guy, right? Like flipping tables and stuff. Not at Mary, of course. Okay, well, there's two different Marys, which is weird. Why are they both Mary? Um, that's my new theory. Jesus was adopted by a lesbian sugar daddy couple, and that's why he was born a virgin. And the reason he was adopted is because his own family kicked him out for being gay. And he was gay because he liked men, but then also liked Mary, so he was bisexual. And then he was trans because he had that operation and came out of the cave a different gender. Listen, dude, ever since I started to think this stuff, it started to make way more sense when you think about the whole story, like iconic gay story, the life of a gay man who was persecuted the hands of the people. That's why it was like perceived to be worse than a criminal. Yeah, because gay stuff's been criminalized in many cultures over all of time. So it just makes the story make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just does. And it's pretty crazy to think about. Yeah. Yeah. So I think those were the only two topics I really had. Yeah, it's real life. I think I think that's a good point about evolution. That's kind of a cool theory. Um, Nothing will ever keep the population under control. It's completely out of control. There's 8 billion of us. Pretty wild. Um, but other than that, I'm trying to think of some other stuff. I lately haven't been always. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty wild. I haven't been totally loving weed lately, even though I do totally love weed. Sometimes I smoke and I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Or I feel like this weird guilty feeling, even though it's like legal. So it's like, what do you feel guilty about? Nobody cares. Or then I think about drinking and I'm like, damn, if I drank as much as I smoked, I would probably consider myself an alcoholic. And then I'm like, well, what's the difference? And then I'm like, well, there's a big difference. There's a ton of differences, actually. Um, so I just feel like maybe I'll quit, maybe I won't. I just don't want to end up smoking a million more cigarettes because I don't smoke weed. Yeah, I think we were supposed to. I feel like everything in this life that we ever needed was given to us by God, and we have become out of control as men and just try to make everything better even though it was already perfect. You know, we were born in paradise, and this is original sin at its finest. I think I've smoked Mullen like a long time ago. I don't do a ton of herb smoking. Probably should. I get that. I think Mullen's supposed to help with your lungs, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough to, you know, shop consciously. weed has the ups and downs, and I feel like, like I said, some of the time I smoke and I feel great. Like um, not today, whatever, whenever that was. Got a little stoned, decided to journal. It's always helped with my practice. It always helped me stay connected. But yeah, that's what I've heard. Um, but then sometimes I'm like, oh, am I embarrassed of smoking weed? Like something about it, I feel shamed. And I also have been trying to connect more with my own guides and my higher beings because I feel like I've been a little too out of touch with them over the years. And I feel like for as spiritual as I've been, I don't know my guides. I don't know who's up there. I don't really know who I'm turning to when I'm getting these downloads. I don't really understand where they're coming from. So I'm trying to get more in touch with my guides and my spirit team because I feel like getting off of a path. I don't want to say off a path. I wasn't really on one. But mm, I don't know if God dies. That's interesting. Maybe God is dead. I mean, we live on a planet where you would think God is dead unless this is just hell and we don't realize it. Because it's like a psychological thriller to be living like we do in a world that is as apocalyptic as it is. It's completely dystopian out here. It, yeah, yeah. It's still so crazy that there is an ethnic cleansing and genocide going on. And there's just like nothing anybody's, we can't say nothing anybody's doing about it. China just came out and was like, yo, Palestine is not have enacting terrorism upon Israel, right? They were like, yo, occupied. I don't know if it was about them. I just saw a statement that was like China was saying that any occupied person cannot be considered terrorism against the occupier. And it's like, yeah, duh. Um, South Africa, obviously, whole lawsuit. So it's not nobody doing nothing. Yemenis pirates just going nuts, stealing ships. Fuck yeah! Like there's a lot of people in the world that are doing things. It's just crazy. There's not more people, right? There's not more people doing anything about it, and that nothing is stopping it from happening. You know, so it's just wild to think about. And we can't think about it so much that it's destroying our own world, but at the same time, the world is destroyed. Like, this place is fucked up. But we still somehow have to live our everyday lives and kind of not act like it's not happening, but we have to carry on and still go to work and still show up and still, hate to say it, have fun. You know, we still get to enjoy what we have. Um, but we are starting to realize that everything we have is at a cost to something else, you know? Well, it's just scary because right now it's Palestine. Yes, yes. I didn't know what you meant by that, but now I see what you're saying. Um, it's really scary what they're doing in Palestine because it could literally just be anyone. No one is safe and no one is protected. Like, they are so easily obliterating an entire land of people that there's nothing that is really stopping them from doing it to any other group of people. Like, they just have to decide they don't like them or they want the land or whatever, you know? Um, and it's like, you don't have to end rant. Um, People should be canceling their Amazon. I've never had an Amazon Prime account, so whatever. But he owns Twitch, so technically I'm on here making him money every time I make money. Um, people do want to be oblivious about Palestine, and people want to be on the fence, and people want to be neutral, and people want to because they don't want to see themselves as evil. But we live in basically the Axis. Like when you think World War II, and you had the Allies and the Axis, and it was like U.S. and I don't know, France, Britain. Who were the good guys in the war? Like a lot of European countries. I don't fucking know. Who were the allies? I know the Axis was Italy, Japan, and Germany. Why don't I remember the good guys? I don't know. Anyway, because they probably weren't that good of guys. Um, right. So we're like the Axis now. You know, it's like the U.S., Israel, and Russia. We're the we're the bad guys, and we're the Axis. And it's just crazy because it's like I don't really identify that way. I don't really agree with what they're doing. I don't really want to be a part of that. But we live in one of those countries, and we're the bad guys, and it's just crazy because a lot of people cannot sit with that. They literally cannot fathom that their country or where they are would ever be in the wrong or would ever be anything bad because they've also believed in all the propaganda they've been fed for their entire lives. Yeah. Well, the only reason I don't know, yeah, the only reason I wouldn't, I don't disagree. I don't know. That sounds right, Gregor. That's all I'm trying to say is I probably agree with you. Um, I feel like we didn't have as much support out loud, right? Like we're outright supporting genocide at this point. Was anybody doing that for us back then? Israel probably, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's really tough. Oh my God, that's so crazy. So crazy. Um, yeah, I guess it just felt like we were acting alone at the time, and now it don't feel like that. But it probably never was really just us alone in any of the stuff that we do. Welcome in, by the way. We're having some chat time, obviously. Um, yeah, the news is definitely lying. It's so fucked up. It's really fucked up. Just the stories are unreal. It's just like I don't want to say this because it's like how can you compare the two, but at the same time it's like we're comparing the two, but it just feels like what's happening in Gaza is literally worse than the Holocaust. I don't know. It just seems like even worse. There's no food, there's no water, there's there's not even a prison. It's not a camp, you know. It's like they destroyed the tents. It's so nuts. And it's like it's just some weird revenge plot. They didn't even do that to you. How are you not doing? How is Israel not like mad at Germany right now, but instead they're mad at Palestine? Like it's just dumb. It's just really dumb. Um, and it's just feels like such a hopeless situation. But again, it's not completely hopeless, and that's something I've been working on in my personal life is feeling hopeful again. Yeah, yeah. The whole world is watching, and we know better. And again, it's people's dissociation with evil that makes it so easy for this to be going on and for this to be happening because again they don't want to associate themselves with being the bad guys, so they have to believe that we support the good guys and therefore they have to believe that Israel's the good guys because they have to believe that we would never do that to them. Yeah. Well, I don't think she'd want to be a supreme ruler is the whole thing. I think she'd probably be like, yeah, that gives me the ick. um I don't think she should be a ruler at all. She's just a journalist, you know. That's like the whole thing. She shouldn't have to be doing any of this. And God, it's so crazy. I was watching one of her videos, or I was on her TikTok, and it's just nuts. Life in Palestine was like perceivably pretty normal. It was they were under occupation. There was some violence amongst soldiers and civilians, but then just come October, boom, boom. That was it, and it's been that way ever since. And it's just like even if it stopped now, what would be the point? What's the plan? What what then? Okay, so say it stops. Say they pull out. Say Palestine wins. Say the genocide's over and they stop bombing and they finally leave. Then what? You already ruined it. Thank you. Like what the fuck? Oh, destroying this place is it's disgusting. So we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. We can't, yeah, we cannot talk about it. We have to give some space. Um, but it makes life, it's hard out here because how are we supposed to have faith and hope and love in anything when this is the world that we live in, where we are just praying we're not next? Because again, if they wanted the land that we're on, um, so many places in the U.S. would be really valuable to have, and if they wanted to just demolish us, they could. And we don't live like they could just demolish us at any moment. We live like there is no demolishing. You know, we live like none of it's even going on. And I'm not saying we should live in like I don't know, there's still people protesting, there's still people boycotting, there's still people in the streets and on streams and on socials and in their everyday lives crying, screaming, and fighting for Palestine. None of it is enough. Not with China, not with South Africa, not with every single one of us. None of it's enough. How are we supposed to feel hope in this world when we have come to the most hopeless place we have ever been? And that is people who witnessed the Holocaust having to witness this genocide in the same lifetime. We failed. We've failed. Yeah, that's so real. A blind eye makes the whole world blind. So it's hard because we have it easy. We just have to think about genocide. We don't have to live through genocide. We just have to think about genocide. That's the easy part. It's uncomfortable. We don't want to do it. We don't want to, oh, I don't want to bring it down. I don't want to be a buzzkill, but we have the easy part just to talk about it. So crazy. So I'll always take the opportunity to do that. Yeah. Yeah. It's right. We're just witnessing it. We didn't have to live it. We our stomachs turn watching it. They're out there in the streets every day. I just don't even know what it would be like. And I don't want to know what it would be like. None of us want to know what it would be like. It shouldn't be like that for them. So, how do we have hope that life gets better when we've seen the worst that it can ever get? we've seen war to the point of destruction and not just this chaos and not a back and forth fight. This is genocide. How do we have hope that life gets any better when we've seen the worst of humanity? We've seen the ultimate evil. How do we have hope that good wins? How do we have faith that there is a God? When, if there is a God, He created all of this. He created this war and this genocide. He created the people who are in charge of these things. And how could we have faith in a God who would do that? How do we have faith? And love, to love a world like this, to love a world full of hate? How do we not hate people? How do we continue to love people when people are the evil in the world? How do we continue to love when there's so much hate? How do we continue to have hope, faith, and love in a world like we live in today? Has this world been any better ever? Has this world really ever been any better? It's just crazy because now we're all hyper aware of it. And at the time, it used to take some time for news to travel. These people had a little more time to act upon what they wanted to do because nobody knew about it right away. Now we know about it instantly, and yet nothing changes. They still get away with it. They're still doing these things. What the fuck? So I've been trying to be happy in my own world. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I have been trying to be happy in my own world. You cannot live in the doom and gloom all the time. The fact that we get this life means we should appreciate it and enjoy it to its fullest. And we've really got to become, you know, sacrificing things like your Amazon Prime account or, you know, your name brand cola or sorry, whatever the case is, you can make sacrifices and boycotts and stuff without having to sacrifice your life as you know it. Like, yeah, sleeping outside isn't gonna bring anybody else inside, you know? Um, lighting yourself on fire, it's been done once before, and it's just gonna leave you burning. It's not, you know? I am afraid of committing suicide. And I used to be very suicidal, and I took a lot of comfort, so much comfort in the idea of suicide. I thought for sure I was going to be one to die by suicide. But I am starting to think that all of my suicidal behavior and suicidal ideations, intrusive thoughts, my PMDD being out of control, it scared me and it showed me hell. It showed me what that would be like. It showed me terrible, terrible things. And I am very afraid of what hell is construed for people who commit suicide. As much as I don't never wanted to think of it like that. I never thought of it as a sin. I don't know. It's just something. Yeah, I thought I was 27 Club material for sure. It's just something that I never considered that when it came up, it freaked me the fuck out, and I just don't feel it anymore. I don't have those urges anymore. I don't know if it was just like lesson learned, placebo effect. It could be the meds that I'm on. I don't feel as terribly or as strongly as I used to, and I'm now terrified of killing myself. I used to want to do it eventually at a certain time and this time and blah blah blah. Yeah, I always felt like that too. Like it's whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I seen some shit that I just wish I never seen, and I think it was the suicidal tendencies that got me there. Ugh. And I'll just never do it. Just in case, man. Just in case. I wouldn't want to get stuck somewhere for murderers because I killed myself, you know? You don't want to be stuck among murderers. They're way more ruthless than you are, you know what I mean? And I used to think of it as some kind of relief, you know? But now I really don't. Yeah. So, yeah. There's lots of things better than dying. And I think I was so into the afterlife that I was so fearless about dying that I never even considered it. I've never considered hell to be much of a real place. But then I've been thinking about it, been digesting it. I don't have Spotify. What song is it? Look it up on YouTube or send to YouTube. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. Pretty wild stuff. I just wouldn't want to kill myself, that's for sure. After years and years of wanting to, trying, and being very close to, on the verge of, never want to be there again, ever. And I used to make jokes and feel so comfortable with it. You have no idea. I was so ready. I was so in it. Yeah, when we made it. Yeah, we made it. Yeah. And it's tough, man. It's tough. And I'm yawning quite a bit. Sorry about that. Do y'all want to do some tarot tonight or? Oh, damn. Yeah, that sucks. Glad you're feeling better. The kissing disease. Mono? Hey. Yeah, you're fine. What's been up? You don't want to talk? You are definitely talkative, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. You've been talking to me the whole time. We might just do a little hour-long stream tonight. It feels good to stream. I do like streaming. I do like being able to share my thoughts and my journey. And thank you. Thank you. Well, and I have new pages of this journal notebook that I've been doing, but then I have like a half page incomplete, so I don't know if I really want to read it. I don't even know. Oh, that'd be cool. I think I want to sing and do more of that on here too. People always suggest karaoke night, and I just don't even know how to go about doing it. I don't know if I read any of this, to be honest. No, I must have read at least one page. I don't know if I really read any. I don't remember. So there's a few pages. It would take a long time. I either would read this or do. Who? Who's Joni? Like Joni Mitchell? Like Joni Mitchell? I never know what to sing. You know what's stuck in my head? I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address. In a torn up town, no postcode envy. But every song's like gold teeth, gray goose tripping in the ballroom, bath stains, ball gowns, stretching the hotel room. We don't care. Jack Cadillacs in our dreams, and everybody's like crystal, Maybach, diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash. We don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royal. I don't know what she's saying. The kind of love just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler, ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, baby. Oh, let me live that fantasy. Oh, oh, bigger than we ever dreamed. And I'm in love with being queen. I play the bongos, not really though. You know what I was thinking about? I'm gonna do a stream. Yeah, please do. I'm gonna do a stream where I'm just gonna roll ads as much as I possibly can and just get ad revenue. I'm just gonna roll ads because they make you wait like 5 minutes before you can roll. You can't just roll ads the whole time you're on here. But I'm gonna do it sometime. Yo, I'm not playing them yet. I was just like throwing that out there. I'm just gonna do that one day where I'm just playing hella fucking ads on stream. I've always wanted to propose. I kind of like the idea of being proposed to, but I want to propose at the same time. So like, I feel like I could definitely say I support you in that. I feel like you gotta go where your heart's going, and you gotta do what you feel like doing. How long's it been? Who is he? We gotta get them their own ring. You have to get something special. Aww. It's so cute. Wow. Oh, no, don't. That's your ring. Don't be casual about it. Be absurd about it. You know? That's great. Yeah, something. Or like flowers. Perfect. Is he a clown? Is he a clown? So if I can't say no to balloons. I'm trying not to rush things. I got like a new thing going on. But then it's like the state of the world. It's scary out there. It's like, let's just go. Let's do it all now, But forever is a long time. So it's like maybe we shouldn't rush it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. Um, yeah, that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine it does. I can show you the world. I don't know why that's popping into my head. I think I want to start streaming a little earlier, but I don't know. I feel like I'm tired. Like I was up pretty late last night. I worked today. I haven't streamed in like a week though. I don't know. I'm working on having hope. So today, before I was streaming, I was actually just sitting and manifesting, imagining, using my imagination, telling myself things that I want to believe, and I'm working on that heavily right now. And I'm gonna imagine myself more streaming just as much as I'm manifesting all the other things that I'm manifesting too. I would like to manifest this stronger in my life. Like I can't be up until 6 a.m. every night like I used to be. But it'd be nice if I could make it past 2 a.m. And tonight, like I said, I think this is just going to be an hour stream. I'm just going to stream a little bit longer and then we're going to go. I really have that Aladdin song stuck in my head. I can show you the world. I love being nocturnal, but what I've found is that I wasn't sleeping. It wasn't really about nocturnal or insomnia, but a combination of the two. Are you serious? That's so random. That's why I was singing it then, obviously. Um, I'd stay up until 6 and sleep till 10. Yeah, I was on that tip. That's what I'm saying. It's not really either, it's not being nocturnal or insomnia, but a secret third thing that's like both of those things. Um, no, it's okay. Um, I totally get that. I totally get that. I feel like my summer schedule is going to be less sleep. I kind of miss not sleeping though, because sometimes I sleep 9 hours a day, and then I'm like, man, what am I even doing with my life? Like, it's crazy. I hate it. I feel less creative too, but it's like health for creativity, I guess. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I didn't sleep, I'd get so much done. I'd be up for 20 hours a day. You can get a lot done in 20 hours. You can do everything in 20 hours. I hate how much I've been sleeping. Oh, okay. Yeah. Really fucking wild, man. Really fucking wild. Well, I think I'm gonna roll the ads because I gotta roll the ads. But when I come back, I think I'm just gonna go. I can message you if we want to talk. We can talk anytime, but we do talk a lot of the time. Um, Yeah, but I gotta roll the ads before they disrupt me. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Fuck it. Hello. Back for a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go, y'all. Peach Plum Pale. Thank you for keeping me company. Crash, if you're still there, thanks for being here. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna stream again. I basically like because I don't live alone, I don't always get to decide when I'm streaming, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, my space is shared, so um, I don't always get to stream when I want to. Like last night, I probably would have, but I couldn't. So I don't know when I will be on again. And then, like, of course, I go spend time with my lover, and then I don't stream for days on end. Um, and that's basically like why I haven't been streaming. Like, I've been kind of busy, but it hasn't been completely up to my own schedule. So I've been working and being in love and partying, basically. I've been doing quite a bit of partying. I ain't even gonna front. I've been kind of drinking, smoking, chilling a lot lately. Not like a lot, because when I drink, I don't drink that much because I can't really drink that much. But I've been drinking a bit more than I usually do or have in the past. So whatever. I'm just trying to get to summer. I might switch up again. I might start switching up the times where I'm streaming. Like I might try to day streaming a couple times instead of like doing YouTube videos. Maybe I'll just come on here and do um, tarot during the day or something. We'll just see how it goes. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Aries season is when I'm gonna start making some real changes when it comes to this kind of stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna come on here sporadically like I have been, and I promise to do tarot soon. But maybe not super soon. I don't know. I don't mind. I don't mind doing it on stream, but I feel like yeah, I just got a little ring in my ear. I feel like I'm supposed to just take a little break from tarot right now until Aries season. Um, Even though, like I said, my personal readings are off the chain, I just gotta get some stuff in order. I just got some things that I gotta do. So don't be surprised if I'm not around a ton lately. I'm never gonna give up streaming, probably. So I will be back eventually. I just don't always know when. All that being said, to say, I'm out of here, baby. I'm gonna go. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate everything that you do in support of my channel. I appreciate you being here. I love y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I 111 would not be able to do it without you. So until next time, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good luck to all of you folks. All right. I love you so much. See you at the next one. Mwah! Yay. Good night.